Welcome to Humor Bit TV on the Healing Humor channel. Humor, the effects of it are well recognized. The physiological aspects are documented. And the therapeutic value of applied humor is fairly well embraced today by the medical community. Healing humor, many are talking about it, and for sure everybody needs it. Recently, at the COAI convention in Louisville, Kentucky, and that's the Clowns of America International convention, by the way, I had the distinct pleasure of interviewing several seasoned family entertainers on the topic of healing humor. It was a real thrill to get to spend some really great one on one time with them as they shared with me their most memorable moments in applied humor therapy, their experiences, and insight. So it's my pleasure today to present to you a special featured guest, family entertainer, on the topic of healing humor in their own words. Tom King, also known as Tommy Boy, is West Virginia's premier family entertainer with skills in the art of clowning, comedy magic, balloon sculpting, and stilt walking. He authored the book Clown Soup, as well as many articles and publications such as The New Calliope, The Funny Paper, and Clowning Around. He has entertained and lectured throughout the eastern United States and Canada. He loves working with children and is very involved with health and humor therapeutic programs for hospitals and nursing homes.
Hey, I'm Tom King. I'm Tommy Boy the Clown. I've been a professional clown for roughly 20 years. I specialize in making people laugh. And the importance of laughter in life is what's driven me to do what I do. Many years ago, I was working with a PTA group, and someone had to dress like a clown, and I did. And I knew as soon as I put the makeup on, this is what I'm supposed to do. And at that time, I was in the corporate world. So I moved from the corporate world to the funny world. And not only did I move in that direction, many years later, I found out when I became a cancer patient just how important humor is. People have to set goals and motivate themselves when they're having health problems. It can't come from the outside in, it has to come from the inside out. And that's how I got through what was supposed to be a week of life and then death. I was given 5 days to live, and the doctor told me to cross the T's and dot the I's. I wouldn't be here. That is roughly 7 years ago. And in that 7 years, I think maybe I've touched a few lives here and there, and that's what I'm supposed to be doing. The humor gives you your motivation. In Proverbs in the Bible, it says, that we need humor in our life to survive. The greatest stress relief in a person's life is humor. If you can't laugh, you have a real problem. By laughter, you use muscles you've never used. You release enzymes in your body that are never released unless you do laugh. Not only did I know the importance, my doctor knew the importance. He showed up prior to my surgery with his mask on, and when he flipped it down, he was wearing a clown nose. He said, "I'm getting ready for you." Now, I had already had my shot that you don't care what they do with you, but that was probably the biggest relaxer I'd had. So even a surgeon knows the importance of laughter in life. I work with cancer patients. That's how I get my life touched, is through them. Particularly one young man, I won't use his name, but he will live with me forever. On the day he passed away, he asked for me to come and see him. I showed up. I said, "What do you want to do? I heard you want to see me." And he said, "Yes, I want to play cars." And we had a mat with the street on it, and we got down and played with the toy cars. And finally I said, "You're looking pretty tired. You better go to bed." I said, "I'll come back and see you tomorrow." He said, "I won't be here tomorrow." He knew. Who did he want to be with in the last minutes and the hours of his life? He wanted to be with someone who had humor in her life. And I think that is the type of people that will look to us and to you if you show humor. We have to have it in our life to survive. It just doesn't happen any other way. It's the biggest stress relief. Have you ever been somewhere that you weren't supposed to laugh or giggle and you started to laugh and giggle? That is that mechanisms setting in to help you relax. It's the giggles and the laughs in your life that get you through the tension and the places that you don't think you want to be. That's my story, and I stick to it. I live by it. I do a couple hundred shows a year. I teach humor and laughter. I perform for all ages, not just children, not just adults, and I don't have to be in clown to do it. And that's a real key also. We all have it in us, and it'll all come out a different way. You don't have to, if you don't want to wear a red nose, don't wear a red nose. But you still need to let the humor come out and the giggles in your life come out, because that's what's going to motivate other people. It's attitude makes the difference. It's all about attitude. It's what's between your ears. No matter what the doctors tell you, even if they're telling you the truth and what they say works out, as long as you have a good frame of mind and you have humor in your life, you will survive and live those last days better. I know that's what my mother did, and that's what I'm trying to do.